Hello everyone. This is the second problem that I will try to solve. I hope I can solve this problem, and I hope I don't take too long. So let's just get started. Don't bother, I'm just really just a little tired, but let's try it out. It seems a little bit complicated. Let's see, but it should be easy. Shouldn't be hard. Okay. Way too long words. Okay, I'll just read here. It's just 1 second per test. 155 megabytes input, standard input output. Sometimes some words like localization or internationalization are so long that writing them many times in one text is quite tiresome. Let's consider a word too long if its length is strictly more than 10 characters. All too long words, okay, they are too long if they are more than 10 characters. All too long words should be replaced with a special abbreviation. This abbreviation is made like this. Okay, it should be special. We write down the first and the last letter of a word, and between them we write the number of letters between the first and the last letters. Okay, so we write down the first and the last, and then the words in between. That number is in decimal system, and okay, 1 to 10, and doesn't contain any leading zeros. What does it mean, leading zeros? So okay, it's not followed by zeros, I guess. Thus, localization will be spelled as this is okay, localization. So localization. So the okay, 10 is the maximum and of n. Okay, and internalization will be spelled as internalization. Okay, so I guess it might count the numbers in between. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, makes sense. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so it shouldn't be that hard. Okay, you are suggested to automatize the process. I don't know if it should say automatize. The process of changing the words with abbreviations. And add that all too long words should be replaced by the abbreviation, and the words that are not too long should not undergo any changes. Okay, so the complexity here is the n is the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 100. Each of the following n lines contain one word. Okay, so the first input is the number of words. All the words consist of lowercase Latin letters and possess a length of from 1 to 100 characters. Print n lines. Okay, n lines. The I and ith line should contain the result of replacing the ith word from the input data. Result of replacing the ith of a word from the input data. Okay, word is not long. Localization is that. Internationalization and PS. So, okay. So it doesn't seem too hard. The problem is not hard itself. The hardest part for me right now is gonna be C++. Why? Because I don't know how to do this in C++. So let's try, guys. Let's open the code editor here. So let's create file. I'm gonna see the name of way too long words. I will say too long words. So hash to count my solved problems. Way too long words. Words.c++. So here I'm gonna copy my code here, my template, to include libraries and some macros here that I can use, and some definition of type vi as vector, and to make faster input and output streams. So let's just get started. First of all, I need to read the number of words. So I could declare a variable int n, which is the number of words. So this is going to be, I'm just going to declare that. And the character inputs and okay. So then I can use repeat here, and this is going to be the I, which is I equals 0. I is just int of I, show int of I. So the second one is a, which is the number of that, which is the n, while the n is less or equal than y. Okay, so I, and then n is going to be I, well, okay, I just said this was the, okay, let me think here. Int of I receives a, which is the input, so a will be 0, and then the second one is n, the value of that. Do is less or equal than n, I plus plus. So this is repeat. Oh, it's not like that. Okay, so this is the int of I, so I can say declared a y here, just pass in the I. Okay. Okay. Now, well, that is going to do, so I need to learn how to read from the read strings. So I think it's a get line, right? How to read strings in C++. Let me search for a little bit. How to read string in C++. How to read string line by line. Define methods to read and write string in C. C++, reading, not actually C. In C++, I mean, strings in C++. Character array, input strings, get line. I think this is the one that I need. This is string, first name. Okay, so type your full name, John Doe. Okay, so character input. Okay, just the character input reads the full length of characters, I guess. Okay, would expect the program to print John Doe, but it only prints John. So why, when working with strings, we often use getLine function to read the line of a text. It takes character input as the first parameter and the string variable as the second. So I can use character input because I'm not going to use strings that has spaces. So I can do that. Create a string I can say string, which is the name of the string that I want. String, just say S. S for just short. So character input S. So now I will see out just S and line, just to see if it works, the program works, and if that is doing alright. So here I need to open my Sigwig. Okay. So I always forget where my codes are. Is it user? See the users, Windows, the desktop, UCP. Okay, clear. Let's just try to compile the code. Okay, just to see. Okay, just to see. S to D, C++17, thing with all warnings, and then O, and then my program, which is the hashtag way too long words, dash O test. Compile the code. Okay, the I what is the why unused variable I? It was used. So let's say for at least. Okay, so I need to test the code first. Test for, okay, water, cooler, Johnson, really long word. I don't know what to type, so sorry guys. And cool, nice, long words. Okay, it works. So I'm reading the words. This is the first thing that I can do. Okay, I'm reading the words. Now, what do I need to do? So I'm getting the words here. This is the problem. So I'm getting the word by word. So I think I should create a vector of strings. Am I not? Just to save that. I don't know how to take a vector of strings. How to create a vector of strings. Strings in C++. I think it's just initialize as a string. Including string. Okay, so it's included already. Word and sentence. Okay, where is the vector of strings? Here, vector string. Okay, so I can create a vector of strings, of type strings. Here I create a vector. This vector of strings, how long is this vector? Size, pressuring size, word, pushback word. So the vector, I don't need to say a size to the string, I guess. So vector of string, not string. The name of the string of type strings is gonna be like words. Just say words. All right. So okay. So now I need to know if the word how to count how to count strings in C++. Do I have something like length, or just like JavaScript? String equals 6. Run count our characters using for loop. Not really. How to count a string? C++ string count. Okay, count. So I have a function which is called count. Um, size of array, count. But I want to count a string. Count begin string begin, string end. And okay, so I can count a string like that. Let me see if I can count. So s of string count s dot begin and s dot end. But are those functions? Functions, of course, they are functions. Count and then cout, just cout. Oh, is it? Why it's not like that? Is it a function? Oh, number of times the e goes. So the count, it needs to have a third argument. So how to count number of cars in a string C++. Do I have something easier to do? Count. But I don't want to count the number of occurrences in that. Just want to count whole string. Is it string size? Yeah. Size, which is easier, I guess. Cout. So let's try it again. Let's compile the code. Compiler here. There's two words. 79, that's wrong. Okay, so we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it is true. It was not wrong. So okay, so it says that I'm not using that because it's not used on that scope. Maybe okay. So what I need to do here is to count the words. Okay, if so, create an integer count chars, quantity of chars. They're gonna be s dot size. if chars are less than 10, then I will say words dot. Is it dot pushback? Yeah, dot pb, which is pushback the string, which is the s s. I'm gonna put an else here, so just because I'm on inside of a loop. Else, if it's greater than 10, then what I'll do is to get a string, begin and end, int chars, and then int and chars and quantity of characters, which is the chars -2 characters, because -2 because I will have to take out the first and the last character. And now let's say that how to get the first and how to get the first char of string in C++. Get line string my name, get line. Okay, it's not empty. Name front. What is front? Oh, you want to ring a leading character. The following should do the job. Oh. Oh, if I can do like that, it will be even easier. Cout. So the string at the position of 0. And then can I concatenate the strings? And dkt, kt, and the plus and string at the position of cars -1. Let me see if that does do the job. Okay, so yeah, because I will. Okay, so no, just don't need that. Just do that. I think that will do the job. So let's see. So every time I put 1, and we'll push back. I don't even need to push back anything. I just need to do something like that. Cout, and string, and line, and here is also end line. Go. Okay, so let's just test that out. Let's just do 2. So word word. Lucas. Again. Do a really really long word. 813 and nice. I think it solves the problem. I think it's alright. Let me compare to the test case right now. Just this test case. Can I pass here? So for word. Okay, so for word localization should be 10. Passed it. And then okay, so it works. This should be P4043S. Alright. Okay. It works. So I hope my code works. So that's CP. Submit the code. In queue. If it works, this is really an easy problem. Well, everything is myself. Oh my god. Wrong answer on test case 2. It's not an easy problem then. Duh. Why did not work? Print and lines. Result of replacing the ith word. The ith line should contain the result of replacing the ith word from input data. So it's right, isn't it? So what is the wrong thing about it? So if we say 1 and copy the internationalization, for instance, let's try to run the code. 1 and passed. Yeah, it works. I think I'm missing something. Process of changing the words with abbreviations. All long words should be replaced by an abbreviation, and the words that are not should not undergo any changes. It might be because of it's outputting that. Okay, if I have that. Okay, what am I making it wrong? Alright, so let's I think it's because it's less or equal than 10. No, it's not less or equal than 10. Because it should be less than 10. Because if it is 10, it should be printed out. Just like this. Copy. Clipboard. Okay, this is not a string. Yeah, it's not right. My looping is not right. So what I need to do here is to, instead of doing this, I'll do the words dot push back as words do it. Else I'll push back. So let's say vi of vector of integers, vi vector integers, KTs, which is the quantities. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, so not CL directly. So I'll add here, and else I will push back. Oh yeah, I'll push back chars as well. So KTs dot VB, the chars, the quantity of characters, or the sizes. Push back that, and then push back the words. Else. So could create a validation elsewhere. No, I don't need that. I need to concatenate a string. So characters string short string. I will do something like that. Short as. We'll have the string, which is I think it's a string at position 0 plus the quantity t plus this characters here. So then that's it. So yeah, it will concatenate that and add to the shards and the shards. So the vector is words dot pushback shorts. Okay. So I don't need to have the numbers of characters nor this vector. So now I'll do something like that. Another repeat process, another loop of integer of I, and then the A is going to be the 0, correct? At 0, and then the N will be just the N, of course, because the N is here. The N, and then of the index of I. So character cout words of index of I, and line. Let's try to see if that will work. I hope it does. Okay. Let's put it to test and watermelon too long. So it printed the I there because this is not the way how to concatenate. How to concatenate strings in C++. String concatenation. John Doe, first name plus last name. Okay. It's because it's a number. So I can cast like string quantity. So into string C++. Into string in C++. Convert into string. Is it parse or something like that? To string method. String to string value integer value string number. So interesting. This is way simpler. To string, then I pass in the quantity here. Okay, now too water, too long, to integer, long, integer, too long integer. Okay, so now it works. Let test for so I'm learning. So word. Okay, so word localization should print that exactly. Base work. Okay. So word, then and that, and okay. So it seems that it works exactly as intended. Okay, so okay. Let's try again. In queue. It's running. I hope it gets accepted. Still running the code. That's great. Verdict. Oh my god, it's too late. Just leave a little. It's taking too long. Speaking very low because there are people sleeping nearby. Sorry guys for that. Still running. Okay. Oh, he's a specialist. Cool. These are hard. Newbie, pupil. Oh, watermelon is running cool. Oh, please accept my code. Otherwise I'll die. Okay, so me only. Oh no, wrong on test case 2 already again. Why is that wrong? What am I doing? Shoot. Am I missing something? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. me read it all over again. More than 10 characters. If it's exactly 10 characters, it's not. So that's why. If characters have if character is than is less than 11, which less or equal 10, so that will solve the problem. So that will solve the problem. So let me choose it, because it should be greater than 10. Test case 2 is just that. It's running again. What's this? Virtual participant. This is gonna get good. Congratulations. We're on test 4. Oh yeah, running on test 15. I guess it was gonna get accepted now. Yes, I got it accepted. Let me see. Yeah, guys, it's because it needed to be exactly equal to 10. So thank you for staying here with me, and sorry for me to speak really low, because it's really late and there are people sleeping. So sorry, but yes, another problem solved. Thank you, guys. This was easiest than the watermelon melon. Although I had to make some researches about C++, but it worked. Thank you and bye bye. Have a nice day. Night.